I thought I'd do another little video about how you can sort your inventory using Brickstore as well. So I'm assuming that everyone's pretty familiar with Brickstore for the purposes of this. So this is my store inventory currently, which worryingly has a couple of alerts on it. So I need to go through and have a look at those specific items because they've come up as an alert. But what I have found myself doing is when I'm kind of adding new parts and consolidating, and I know not everybody consolidates. If it's a new part, it's a new drawer kind of thing. And where I've got volume of parts, that's what I'll do as well. But if I'm got a 1x1 round plate, I have lots of different colors in one drawer because I simply don't have the space that some other sellers have to keep going with new drawers all of the time, and equally the expense of doing that. So what I've been doing is flicking between my inventory on Bricklink and a Brickstore file and filling in the gaps when I found a similar part on Bricklink. But by using the filtering within Brickstore, you can do that much quicker. So if you just click this little tab up here, which creates this drop down filter bar, and there's an awful lot of customization that you can do through this panel. So starting on the left, you can choose all sorts of categories, whether it be status when you added it, the description of it, the total of it, all sorts of things that you might have there. For this point, it's probably going to be any for this. And then the second drop down has contains. So you can have contains or is not. So you can do a minus and then a term and it'll rule it out of your file. So what you can do is you've got your filtering set at the description contains and you want it to be round. So now it'll give you everything that is round, and there's a lot of that. And then if you want to add to that, you click this and button on the far right, and the description contains, let's say, blue. And it'll give you everything that's got round and blue in the description. Now that doesn't really help me for my plates, so let's change that to plate. And now it's giving me all of the round plates. So I could then filter that by color. And you can do that using the drop down. So I can look at all of the dark blue round items that I've got. And you can keep going on with this. So you can go color is, oh no, I've balls that over, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. Messed that one up. Anyway, so you can see now that if you were adding more trans dark blue, you could put them in D68 so that they live with all the others. But equally, you can kind of see, like, this is all of the dark blue items that I have in stock that are a round plate. Now, you could take out some of these categories and it'll give you all of the round dark blue things that you've got. So you can have a little look at all of those, and so on and so forth. So, you know, if I take out the description, it's going to show me everything that I have, which is dark blue. Now, the ones that don't have a drawer are my used ones, but obviously there's 23 up here that I need to figure out. So it's a good way of just kind of filtering your inventory by color, by type, however you want. So, for instance, let's say you want to just look at item ID contains SW, so that would be all your Star Wars minifigures. That's a really quick way to bring them all up so you can see if you've got multiples, whether you've got them in different drawers, things like that. It's a good way of kind of figuring out what you've got, and it's also a good way of looking at quantity. Now, these couple of alerts that I've got here, interestingly, after the Bricklink hack, I've got a few things that have kind of put themselves into a stock room. So there's still 23 alerts through minifigures, and that's where it all is. Right? I don't think I've got these things in stock anymore, but for some reason it's retained them. So see, that says it's in T3, so you can go through and then just go and check what you've got. Like I know I've got Ahsoka's sitting in T3, so I just need to go through and double check all of these. But it's an interesting way of filtering, I've thought. Equally, you could have a look at all of your used parts so that you can see what kind of stock you've got, and you can update any of these categories. So on my pick sheets, when it's coming in, because I had the bags to start with, I'm getting these used categories, which is meaning they're not all living together on the pick sheet, which from a workflow point of view isn't awesome. So this is a good opportunity to just go through, cleanse that, and then do a copy back, a mass update, if you like, back to Bricklink, so that everything's updated and correct. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll maybe do that in another video after this. Why not? So that's it. Really powerful kind of filtering tool at the top there. You can do it by part, description. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Hope it's useful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching.